Dallas Mavericks have long had a goal of winning a championship on the wings of Luka Doncic, but there's one player that could be the exact piece the Mavs are searching for, and the NBA world isn't ready to hear about the potential super team that could shake up the NBA. Imagine a backcourt featuring the electrifying scoring of Trae Young and the playmaking genius of Luka Doncic. It's a pairing that could dominate the league for years to come and lead the Mavericks back to championship contention. But is it even possible? Could the Mavericks convince the Atlanta Hawks to part with their star point guard? And would it be worth the cost? Now, before we dive into the discussion, let's first give a little background on Trae Young. He's a point guard for the Atlanta Hawks, and is known for his electric scoring ability and flashy playmaking. He's a two-time All-Star, and has already established himself as one of the top players in the league. So why might the Mavericks be interested in acquiring Trae Young as their second star player, alongside Luka Doncic? Well, there are a few reasons. First and foremost, Luka and Trae have a great on-court chemistry. They both played for the Mavericks Summer League team in 2018 and have remained close friends ever since. They have a great understanding of each other's game and have even talked about playing together in the future. Plus, they're great friends off the court as well, which always brings a bit of chemistry to the hardwood too. But it's not just their friendship that makes them a great fit on the court. Luka and Trae also complement each other's skill set perfectly. Luka is known for his passing ability and playmaking, while Trae is known for his scoring ability. Together, they would form a formidable backcourt that could take over games offensively. Additionally, the Mavericks have a need for a scoring guard to pair with Luka. While Luka is more than capable of scoring, having another player who can consistently create his own shot could take some of the weight off his shoulders. Trae Young fits the bill perfectly, as he's a lethal scorer from all three levels and can consistently create his own shot. What's also worth mentioning is the fact that Trae Young could easily take pressure off Luka, who is right now taking an enormous workload for the Mavs. He's currently second in the NBA in usage after leading the league for the last 2 years. Head coach Jason Kidd would not have to think twice about resting Doncic, because Young is simply one of the best shot creators in the league. It would take some time for the duo to divide the ball handling duties, but Kidd's offensive mind could work out plenty of avenues for both to succeed. Now, some might argue that the Mavericks should focus on building their team through the draft and free agency, rather than making a big trade. While that's certainly a valid point, the Mavericks also have to consider the fact that they're in win-now mode. Luka is already a top 5 player in the league and is entering his prime. The Mavericks need to surround him with as much talent as possible if they want to compete for championships. Of course, acquiring Trae Young wouldn't be easy. The Hawks have no reason to trade him, and he's under contract for the next 3 seasons. It would likely take a significant package of players and picks to convince the Hawks to part with him. But if the Mavericks are serious about competing for championships, they have to at least consider the possibility of acquiring Trae Young. Luka and Trae have the potential to be one of the best backcourts in the league and could lead the Mavericks to great heights. The only question is though, would Trae Young be happy being the second star? If his desire is to win, that is likely his best case scenario. Young's numbers have dipped this season after the Hawks added DeJounte Murray. Atlanta is still working things out, and the Mavs would have a similar issue as the two stars adjust to playing together, but they could ultimately form an unstoppable backcourt duo that would leave any opposing team shivering after the first quarter of them taking over the floor.